Ooh, what up, what up, what up? Let me just make sure I send everything. Also, did you guys get? Let me see. Yeah, macOS audio capture. Yep. All right, cool. How we doing, guys? How we doing? I should be live on both. We rename the Twitch shit. What up, what up, what up? Testing, testing, testing. How we doing? How we doing? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I'm just making sure everything is good. I'm sending the link to the Discord. What the fuck are they telling me right now? Thumbnail game is elite? A little bit. What are they telling me right now? So then, yeah, no, it tells me this every stream, so I think we're fine. Alright, so, alright, been live for 2 minutes. So, if y'all don't know, if y'all don't know, we will be going, we gonna be watching some Watch fucking Mojo. Big reason for this one, it's a great way to go live and all that other shit. And two, we can convert all this into videos later on. So I think it's good. I think it's cool. I think it's a fun thing to do, in my personal opinion. What up, James? What up, James? How we doing? How we doing, guys? I'm trying to see if I can find another way to. Yeah, no problem, Dante. No problem, no problem. Is everything alright for y'all? I'm just trying to see my cursor. Yep, everything seems good over there. Hey, man. Yeah, good to see you too, Ahmed. Good to see you too. But without further ado, man. Without further ado, let's just get to it, man. Let's just see what Watch Mojo talk about. So the first video we gonna be reacting to is the top 10 horror movies of all time. There's a lot of Watch Mojo videos that I haven't seen. Also, keep in mind this was 10 years ago. So this was made in 2015. So a lot more horror movies have come since then. A lot of really good ones. So, but Watch Mojo, from my experience of watching a little bit of them, are a bunch of basic bitches. No offense, Watch Mojo. So yeah, I'm not gonna be too surprised if they put like I already see right here, fucking Friday the 13th, bro, already showing up. Even though, I mean, it all depends which Friday. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Yeah, Vicious V. Top 10 horror movies. Yeah, 1 second in, bro. Yeah. Oh, God, he reacting? I am reacting, Cam. I'm 100% reacting. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
Oh, the horror. The horror!
Yeah, let me know.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 horror movies of all time. This is part of a series of videos spanning the decades of horror cinema from the 1920s to the 2000s.
Yeah, you're gonna love this one. It's a scream, baby.
Number 10, Friday the 13th.
It's not bad enough. Friday the 13th. We got a full moon, too.
What kicked off the longest-running horror franchise of all time, this cheaply made sleeper hit was developed as a response to the success of Halloween and other holiday-themed horror flicks.
Oh, my sweet, innocent Jason.
Sean S. Cunningham created something unstoppable, though. What started off as a revenge thriller about a killer stalking sex-crazed teens at Camp Crystal Lake turned into one of the most iconic masked faces in horror, and which also spawned...
Let's fix that shit. I can edit this shit. Audio a little low. Or I'm probably just trying to talk a little low because my niece is sleeping.
On sequels, spin-offs, a TV series, books, comics, video games, you name it. Jason has been to hell and back many times, and it seems like nothing is going to stop him. Number 9, Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's
We have
Baby.
to make a baby.
Having already given us the shocking and disturbing Repulsion and the horror comedy The Fearless Vampire Killers earlier in the 1960s.
And you will be able to dance.
No one expected Roman Polanski to top it all off with his greatest masterpiece in 1968.
What have you done to it?
Vid is down? Bet. Like I said, I can edit all this shit out. James, how's that now? Let me see. I'm gonna go in right now.
What have you done to its eyes?
One of the most atmospheric and poetically haunting horror films of all time, Rosemary's Baby plays on a mother's paranoia during her pregnancy.
Somebody help me!
The Oscar-winning film follows Mia Farrow with these probing questions. Can I trust my neighbors? Is my husband out to get me? Will I give birth to a demon child? Questions every mother has asked herself, right?
What have you done to him, you maniac?
Satan is his father, not Guy.
Number 8, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Come on, Franklin. It's gonna be a fun trip.
The early 70s were a time of cinematic experimentation, and horror directors were doing their best to push the limits of what they could show on screen. Professor turned rogue filmmaker Tobe Hooper had no studio telling him what to do. Just a camera, a couple of friends, and the hot Texan sun.
Sally, I hear something. Stop. Stop.
What they created is one of the most unrelenting and visceral projects, whose story of a family of cannibals who attack an unsuspecting group of teens was inspired by the killings of a real-life murderer. Nightmare-inducing, gritty, and way too realistic. This one should only be seen on an empty stomach. Number 7, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Director Wes Craven was inspired by the true story of a group of people who actually died while they were dreaming, and created a man of your nightmares.
This is God.
Putting a twist on the whole slasher craze, this dark fantasy series follows the demented and unrelenting Freddy Krueger, a demonic child killer and king of one-liners
Come to Freddy.
who's able to enter your dreams and use creative ways to end your life. Something as innocent as a nap can mean death for the kids of Elm Street, try as they might to stay awake.
Freddy's coming for you.
Like, do you guys see this? I don't know if y'all know that. Look how bad it looks. Let me try. Bro, it's literally a fucking blow-up doll. Holy shit. Bro, I don't know if y'all know that, but they literally used the fucking blow up doll to do that. Obviously, in the 80s, you're gonna fucking get away with it like that, but looking back on it now, it's like, bro, a fucking blow up doll is absolutely sick, bro. It's absolutely sick. A fucking blow up doll. Like a fucking blow up doll, gang. My mic's still a little low. Let me try to fix it. Boom. Oh, input capture, I did that. Audio capture, I apologize. Hold on. Mic. Wait, why isn't my mic working? Alright, hold on. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, it seems... Hold on. Let me try to see if I can... Let me see if I can put audio capture a little down. Let me see if that fucking works. External microphone. Yup, everything good. Alright. I'm gonna try again. Make sure y'all let me know.
12 years.
This right here, chat. Is it good? I think I lowered everything a little bit. So is it good? Hadia, what's up? Boom, there you go. Alright, everything fine, everything fine, everything good. We good, we straight. Alright, boom.
12 years later, try as they might to stay awake.
Daddy's coming for
Turn top one all the way up. Alright, let me see. Boom. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, it should be on my microphone. How we doing? Is it good? Is it good? We straight? We straight? The vid is a little loud. Alright, how y'all feel about that? Alright, I'm trying to see. Why are you low-key panicking, Hadia? Alright, but this right here is a blow-up doll. Y'all see the prosthetic hand and shit? You see the fake hand? That's a fucking blow... Hold on, I'm trying to listen to the stream. Lewis, you are a bitch. Lewis, you are a bitch. Alright, it should be good, right? Alright, bet. I'm calling myself a bitch. Alright, cool.
12 years later, he would help rejuvenate.
Alright, so if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna restart this from the top. I'm not gonna fake my reaction, but YouTube video purposes, we gonna get that shit out the way. So what's going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Lewis Knows Tunes, man. We're obviously live on YouTube and Twitch, doing some Watch Mojo Top 10 reactions. And what we have for you guys today is we're reacting to Watch Mojo's Top 10 horror movies of all time. Now, just so you guys understand, this video came out 10 years ago, came out in 2015. So the list might be a little bit outdated, or if we know how Watch Mojo is, usually, because I haven't seen a whole bunch of their catalog, but from my experience, they're casuals. Nothing wrong with being a casual. So chill on me, Watch Mojo. But it's usually casual lists. So I'm not really expecting too much to really change. But if y'all really rocking with videos like this, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. And obviously, when I go live, turn on the post notifications so you know when I go live. I go live every Saturday and Sunday to do gaming live streams. And I'm trying to figure out a proper day for me to go live, you know, to do stuff like this more. So without further ado, let's get to it, man. Let's see what Watch Mojo's doing.
Oh, the horror. The horror. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 horror movies of all time.
Yeah, make sure you hit the follow button if you want Twitch, and subscribe to the
This is
YouTube.
part of a series of videos spanning the decades of horror cinema from the 1920s to the 2000s.
Yeah, you're gonna love this one. It's a scream, baby.
Number 10, Friday the 13th.
Okay, alright. So, here's my thing. I understand the Friday franchise is without a doubt one of the most influential franchises when it comes to horror. Not just horror, but it's one of the most influential icons when it comes to, film, right? But here's the thing, though. The first Friday movie's boring. Actually, the first couple movies are a little bit boring. Now, when I think of the best Friday movies or the best movies, including Jason, like Freddy vs. Jason, Jason X, shit, I'll even accept the remake from 2009. Like, I love that Jason more. Or, I do fuck with Jason Takes Manhattan. I think that's dope. But the first Friday the 13th movie, I cannot justify it being on a top 10 list. The movie's fucking boring. It's weird. Not in a good way. It's slow paced. I'm good, bro. It does not belong on a top 10 list. It does not belong on anybody's top 10 list. So, yeah, I'm not rocking with it. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna let it play. We're gonna hear the explanation.
Full moon, too.
What kicked off the longest-running horror franchise of all time, this cheaply made sleeper hit was developed as a response to the success of Halloween and other holiday-themed horror flicks.
Oh, my sweet, innocent Jason.
Sean S. Cunningham created something unstoppable, though. What started off as a revenge thriller about a killer stalking sex-crazed teens at Camp Crystal Lake turned into one of the most iconic masked faces in horror, and which also spawned sequels, spin-offs, a TV series, books, comics, video games, you name it. Jason has been to hell and back many times, and it seems like nothing is going to stop him.
Yeah, sure.
Number 9, Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. Okay, Rosemary's Baby. I haven't seen it too much in my lifetime. I've seen it maybe 3 times. Rosemary's Baby is a classic. It's a cult classic, but it's a classic. I don't know it about being in anybody's top 10 though, or being on a list of the top 10 horror movies of all time. But it's not the worst option to put on here. Very freaky, very weird in a good way. Better than fucking Friday. So yeah, I'm really not a big fan of Rosemary's Baby being in the top 10, but I'll accept Rosemary's Baby being in the top 10 before I accept the OG Friday the 13th being top 10. That's for sure. So we're gonna let it rock. We're gonna let it rock. We're
Having already given us the shocking and disturbing Repulsion and the horror comedy The Fearless Vampire Killers earlier in the 1960s.
And you will be able to dance.
Yeah, Adi, I'm getting a little
No
mad,
one
bro.
expected
It's
Roman
like,
Polanski to top
it's
it
the
all
shit
off
that I
with his
fucking
greatest
love, you know what I
masterpiece
mean?
in 1968.
What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?
One of the most atmospheric and
Would I
poetically
recommend
haunting
Rosemary's
horror
Baby?
films
Yeah,
of
bro.
all
I mean,
time.
it's
Rosemary's
a
Baby plays on a mother's
mainstay
paranoia
when
during
it
her
comes to the horror
pregnancy.
genre. It's not something that you should.
The Oscar-winning
like, it's
film
must-see.
follows Mia Farrow
Like, I'm
with
not gonna
these
say
probing
if you're a horror
questions.
fan, you're gonna love
Can I trust
Rosemary's
my
Baby,
neighbors?
like,
Is my husband out to
it's-
get me? Will I give
Rosemary's
birth
Baby
to a
is a
demon
little
child? Questions every
different
mother
type.
has
You know what I'm
asked
saying? It's
herself,
weird.
right?
What have you done to him, you maniac?
Satan is his father, not Guy.
Number 8, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right, this right here, I justify it being in the top 10. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 is without a doubt one of the most masterful, masterpiece, fucking put together horror movies ever. Like, this right here genuinely makes you afraid. Like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 genuinely makes you, like, not want to go into other people's houses. You know what I'm saying? And fucking stay there or whatever. Leatherface is a fucking insane fucking character in this fucking movie. So, in terms of a top 10 list, a lot of people still, a lot of people that I personally know have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 as the greatest horror movie of all time. And we're in 2025. They made this list in 2015, and there's still people that has this as their greatest horror movie of all time. So for that being in the top 10, I respect it. I respect it. It's undoubtedly a top 10 horror movie of all time, in my opinion. Easily. Easily.
Come on, Franklin. It's gonna be a fun trip.
I
The
would put
early
this a little
70s were a
higher
time
in
of
like the
cinematic
top 5 or even
experimentation,
the top 3.
and horror directors were doing their
But,
best to push
yeah,
the limits
nonetheless, it's
of
a
what they
fucking
could show on
masterpiece, though,
screen.
for sure. It's so much lore, like, it's fucking gruesome, it's bloody,
Professor
it's all
turned
that
rogue
shit.
filmmaker
It's
Toby
everything you want in a
Hooper
fucking
had
horror
no
film.
studio telling him what to do. Just a camera, a couple
Genuinely
of
makes you
friends,
afraid.
and the hot
Genuinely makes
Texan
you
sun.
want the
Sally, I hear
characters to
something.
survive
Stop.
and get
Stop.
out of there. Like, very few. It's so good.
What they created is one of the most unrelenting and visceral projects, whose story of a family of cannibals who attack an unsuspecting group of teens was inspired by the killings of a real-life murderer.
Look at that. And it's based on a true story.
Nightmare-inducing, gritty, and way
You
too
gotta give the
realistic.
OG one.
This one should only be seen on an empty stomach.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Number 7, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, so the OG Nightmare. So it seems to me that they're gonna put a lot of just the first, installments of here. But to me, if there's any movie where I will, because I'm not a huge believer that the OGs are always the best. I am not. I already said that for the first Friday the 13th. I think the remake is way better than the OG Friday the 13th. But Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Nightmare is an absolute. It's in the same realm as Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. It is absolutely a masterpiece of a film. So much iconic scenes from Johnny Depp's character fucking getting dragged through the bed and the blood going everywhere to the beginning opening kill scene. That's fucking iconic. And just Freddy's silhouette. Yeah, and not to mention, this gave us birth of one of the greatest final girls of all fucking time. So, yeah, Nightmare. I'm in agreeing. I'm in agreeing that I'm in agreement that it's undoubtedly a top 10 horror movie of all time. I also think 3 is on par with the original Nightmare. I also think Nightmare 5 is not too far off of 1 and 3. But nonetheless, I firmly do believe, and in my letterbox rankings, I do have the original Nightmare as the best Nightmare movie of all time, and I do have it very high on the horror chart. So, again, not a bad selection. I'm in agreement with it. For sure.
Director Wes Craven was inspired by the
you
true
think
story
Halloween
of a
might be
group
up
of
here?
people who actually died
First
while they were
Halloween,
dreaming
Halloween,
and created a man of your nightmares.
This is God.
Putting a twist on the whole slasher craze, this dark fantasy series follows the demented and unrelenting Freddy Krueger, a demonic child killer and king of one-liners
Come to Freddy.
who's able to enter your dreams and use creative ways to end your life. Something as innocent as a nap can mean death for the kids of Elm Street. Try as they might to
Yeah, that is something that Nightmare still has on lock to this very day, is the fact that they still to this day terrorize motherfuckers from going to sleep. Like, something as harmless as going to sleep could literally be your downfall, and the fact that they engrave that from generation after generation after generation, implementing that, is such a fucking phenomenal thing. So, yeah, they hit the nail on the head on this one.
Stay
bro.
awake.
Their explanation is top tier, it's flawless. And the nursery rhyme is fucking ridiculous.
12 years later, he would help rejuvenate the horror genre with the slasher classic Scream.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Halloween.
Number 6, Night of the Living Dead.
They're coming for you.
Alright, so, in my opinion, this is more of a classical pick. It's a safe option pick. Night of the Living Dead. I look at it as it is the first like true like insanely scary movie for its time. But I just think there just been other movies. I mean, it's like sports. It's like gaming. It's like Pokemon. Evolutions happen. You become better than what came before you. I'm gonna respect Night of the Living Dead because it is one of those movies where you can watch in any time period and appreciate it for what it did and what it set the bar from. But yeah, Dream Warriors was a good movie. But like I said, I'm in agreement that it's a safe pick, decent pick, nothing less. And I just think that there's just been better horror movies since then. It's a long fucking time. Even this, with just being a 2015 list that was just made 10 years ago, I still think from 2015 all the way to, did it say 68? Yeah, all the way to 1968, I just think there's just been better. From 68 all the way to 2015, yeah, there's clearly been a lot better horror movies. A lot more scarier horror movies. Like the Insidious franchise, like the Scream franchise, the Nightmare franchise, the Friday franchise, Texas Chainsaw franchise, so on and so forth, the Paranormal Activity franchise, Final Destination, Jeepers Creepers, Wrong Turns, so on, Hills Have Eyes, Wolf Creek, so on and so forth. This is just a safe pick, but I personally wouldn't have it in the top 10. But it is a legacy pick. It is one of the most popular horror movies of all time, but quality standpoint, I'm not putting it there.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
The little film that could, this indie masterpiece with its do-it-yourself horror aesthetic inspired the likes of Sam Raimi and countless other future backyard home movie filmmakers.
The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims.
And it also gave birth to a little something we call the modern zombie. With its deep social commentary and an original storyline that we've now heard hundreds of times, this sci-fi horror film sees the reanimated dead begin to roam the earth, looking to eat the flesh of the living. The main story...
It's so crazy because zombies don't even do that in today's society. You know what I'm saying? Zombies don't fucking do that. When we look at motherfucking Left 4 Dead and like World War Z and Shaun of the Dead, or like when we're looking at games or movies with zombies, the zombies don't even fucking attack like this. Like this zombie literally took a fucking shovel and went, You know what I mean? Like the zombies don't fucking do that. They literally, or when we're looking at The Walking Dead, they just literally rip you fucking open, bro.
Revolves around a group of poor unfortunate souls that gets trapped in a small farmhouse and is soon surrounded by the undead. Lock up tight.
That a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull.
Number 5, Dracula.
Okay. No. Again, legacy pick, extremely popular pick. Paved the way. There is a lot of really good vampire stuff going. Like Sinners just happened. You know what I mean? So I understand, but like we said, from 1931 all the way to 2015, because this is when the video was made. A lot more franchises have been better. There's just been better horror movies. There's just been so much fucking better. This is just a cop-out pick. Yeah, it's not even the best Dracula movie either, James. I agree. But yeah, dude, I'm not rocking with this pick. Same thing with Night of the Living Dead. I understand it. With this and fucking Frankenstein and all this shit, like, don't get me wrong, I understand it. I just don't agree. I don't think Dracula has a case of being a top 50 horror movie in terms of quality. Now, if we in terms of legacy, Dracula is one of the most iconic figures ever. We're talking about urban legends, or we're talking about pop culture, or anything like that. Yeah, we literally have fucking Batman versus Dracula, But as a horror movie, no. There's just been clearly better. No disrespect whatsoever.
One of the most iconic big screen portrayals of one of the most iconic villains of all time makes the top 5 of our horror movies of all time list.
I bid you welcome.
Nosferatu was taking over the world, and Universal Studios decided to adapt the play that already had Bela Lugosi in the lead.
Children of the night. What music they make.
While the studio also released the equally iconic Frankenstein film that same year, there's no ignoring the fact that there have been hundreds of Draculas that have graced our screens in the last 100 years, and people today will still do a Bela Lugosi impression when pretending to be the king of vampires.
Your will is strong, Van Helsing.
Although Christopher Lee's reimagining, starting with 1958's horror of Dracula, is a close second, Lugosi's eerie gaze and hypnotizing voice will never be forgotten.
Indeed.
Number 4, Halloween.
All right, I think we all knew that Halloween was gonna be on this list. Yeah, no. Did it kickstart a legendary franchise? Yes. A movie? Absolutely not. No. And again, I'm well aware that this was made in 2015, this list. But again, way better movies have come out from 1978 all the way to 2015. Again, another cop-out legacy pick. And if you're going to do a cop-out legacy pick, at least choose the best movie of that franchise. You get what I mean? And, like, at least with Nightmare, shit, say what you want about the OG, say it's a cop-up pick, but the Nightmare OG is the best Nightmare movie of the entire franchise. It absolutely is. 1, 3, and 5 are the best in the entire franchise. But Halloween, I'm not rocking with it. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't think it's one of the 10 best horror movies of all time. I don't. Sorry. I disagree. Starting off strong, watch Mojo, then, you know.
Masked killers were big in the 70s. Audiences demanded more blood and gore, and they needed faceless monsters they couldn't empathize with.
What's the boogeyman?
Enter John Carpenter's stroke of genius, Halloween. What later became the prototype for every slasher film since, and is today considered a dark masterpiece, started out as an idea for a cheapo film about a psychotic...
So I'm confused how usually Watch Mojo does their list now. Like, are we going based off of impact and legacy, or are we just going strictly off the film? Because titles like this, top 10 horror movies of all time, can be incredibly misleading. Incredibly misleading. Like, everything that I'm hearing is, oh, it's iconic, it's this and that, which is cool, but to me, that's not an argument. If we're just strictly talking about movies, we're going off the quality of the movies. How good were they? Not the impact it had or the legacy it left behind. I'm not with that shit. Now, that's a whole different conversation. Just purely movies, I'm not.
Murderer stalking babysitters. But in the brilliant hands of Carpenter and Deborah Hill, where we follow Michael Myers returning to Haddonfield to finish...
Okay. Me personally, I would have put The Shining at least in the top 2. It's not crazy that it's 3. It's not crazy that it's 3. I agree, it's in the top 3. But when you're thinking of psychological thrillers and layers within a movie, and you're thinking about lore, like, The Shining, it literally has a case to be the most perfect horror movie of all time. Real shit. Yeah, backstory does not equal good, not gonna lie. I agree with you. 1,000%. Halloween has crazy lore, but I don't agree with that being on this list. But The Shining, chef's kiss, I agree wholeheartedly, 100,000%. It belongs to be on this list. I would put it in the top 2 personally, but being in the top 3, I rock with it. like I said, it literally has a case to being one of the most picture perfect horror movies of all time, and nonetheless, it's one of the greatest movies, period, that I've ever watched. Yeah. So, Shining, wholeheartedly agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Wendy, I'm home.
Master filmmaker Stanley Kubrick has successfully turned every genre into cinematic art. Comedy, drama, war film, sci-fi, historical epic.
They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive.
Which is why people anxiously awaited to see what he would do with horror.
I must be losing my mind.
He took another master's source material and turned Stephen King's already classic novel into what was hailed as a masterpiece in modern horror.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Unforgettable performances, iconic imagery, and...
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, bro. Bro, Jack Nicholson is one of the most underappreciated actors of all fucking time. And The Shining and movies like Bird Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest, like, he is one of the most underappreciated actors of all time. Certainly, probably a top 20 actor of all time. Like, without Jack Nicholson, The Shining, it loses half its identity. Like, fucking awesome movie. Absolutely love The Shining, bro.
And dialogue,
and
stunning
Nicholson.
Locations, ominous camera work. Jack Nicholson's descent into insanity boils ever so slowly below the surface. The people can only stare in stunned terror and pray it never happens to them.
Here's Johnny.
Also, when you're going off of what Watch Mojo is saying, The Shining, in terms of a pop culture standpoint, is super fucking influential. Like this shit right here with the two girls outside of room 237. I'm trying to fucking. Did y'all know at Halloween Havoc, Roxanne and Cora Jade dressed exactly like them? Y'all probably knew that, but it just shows how much of a cultural standpoint it is. And on top of that, like the Here's Johnny shit is
iconic imagery and dialogue, stunning locations, ominous camera work. Jack Nicholson's descent into insanity boils ever so slowly below the surface. The people can only stare in stunned terror and pray it never happens to them.
Here's Johnny.
Alright, so before we get to this one, so Lewis, in your opinion, who's the most overrated actor in the film industry? Someone you just never got the appeal of him? Jared Leto.
Number 2, The Exorcist.
Oh my god. What are we doing, chat? Chat. I want y'all to explain to me, what are we doing? Again, I understand legacy picks. 1000%. The Exorcist, 1000%. It is a very influential movie. You know, without it, we don't get movies like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and so forth. Like, it really, like, helped that genre out, right? That subgenre within this genre, right? With that being fucking said, I do not think The Exorcist is a top 10 horror movie of all time. I'm sorry. I understand the impact it had. I understand where they were going with it. But, like I said, from 1973 to 2015, you don't think there's been better horror movies made? At least in this certain subgenre? There's a bunch of Paranormal Activity movies that are better than The Exorcist. There's a bunch of Insidious movies that are better. You know what I'm saying? The Conjuring movies are better. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand the Exorcist pick. There's just been better. I don't have Exorcist high. And the fact that you put the Exorcist above The Shining is absolutely crazy. Sorry. Oh shit, that did scare me a little bit.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Yeah, I did see that. I did get jump scared a little bit.
Take a brilliant director and cast, amazing source material, experts in sound, editing, lighting, and unforgettable special effects. And what do you get? The most iconic images in horror cinema. An exercise in terror that dares you to keep watching. And a film that had audience members throwing up and passing out.
That's gross.
Meet little Reagan, who shouldn't be playing with Ouija boards. She's just a kid, who now has a demon inside her.
How long are you planning to stay in Reagan?
Until she rots and lies stinking in the earth.
Get ready to never sleep again.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, the power of Christ compels you. Deontay, what up, baby?
Before we dig into our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Is that Jaws?
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this.
Alright, Jaws is also a legacy pick that I would understand being on here. Now, I've watched Jaws a lot, but I don't think it would be a top 10 horror movie of all time. But to be an honorable mention, I respect it. I respect Jaws. I respect Jaws.
I love you, Mom.
The Blair Witch Project? Yeah, Blair Witch Project ain't bad either. But I don't know if I have it as an honorable mention.
I'm so sorry.
Evil Dead 2? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. It has a case to be on the list, actually. Ooh. Saw. Now, don't get me wrong. The first Saw movie, it is a masterpiece of its own. However, since we're going to 2015, Saw 2, the best in the time frame. From 2004 to 2015, Saw 2 is the best. That's just me. Y'all could debate me about it. But if we're going this time frame from 2004 to 2015, because that's when this video was made in 2015, I think Saw 2 is better than Saw. But again, I'm not mad at the first Saw being an honorable mention. The first Saw is actually a very beautiful movie. So, yeah.
Clear.
The Thing, yeah, no, man. I know a lot of people that have The Thing as the greatest horror movie of all time. The Thing actually should be on this list. The Thing is one of the best horror movies ever. So, being an honorable mention, I'm cool with it, but, like, you put Dracula over The Thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put Halloween 1 over The Thing. You put Friday 1 over The Thing. You got Night of the Living Dead over The Thing. You know what I mean? I'm with it, bro. That's
Number
what I'm
1,
saying.
Psycho.
Chat, I just gotta drinking on that mic's hard. Okay. Let's take a deep breath. Psycho. Psycho. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, James. Black Christmas. All right. Psycho. Without a doubt, one of the most influential horror movies, if not arguably the most, right? But with all due respect, this has no fucking case of being on the top 10, let alone being in the number 1 spot. Like I said, you mean to tell me with a straight face, you're going to look at me dead in the face and tell me, since this video was made, from all the way to the 1930s to 2015, this was the list you came up with, and Psycho was the was your number 1 pick. It's not better. It's not even the best Psycho horror movie. American Psycho is better. With Christian Bale, 100 times better. 100 times better. Way better. American Psycho clears this shit. So, yeah, man, I'm not. let's hear the reasoning.
This is a prime example of an established director taking on disturbing macabre material and turning it into gold. How does one follow up brilliant thrillers like Vertigo and North by Northwest? Give the audience the shock of their lives. A stunning vision of unrelenting terror, Hitchcock went full-on horror for this twisted tale of mommy issues, brutality, abusive insanity, and sexual violence. And yet, it was all done with such style and grace.
We're all in our private traps.
Checking into Norman Bates Motel would be the most fatal mistake of your life, but it's a must-watch horror film. And while he'd also give us the terrifying and suspenseful The Birds 3 years later, there's no denying the impact and influence of this psychological thriller on the horror and slasher genres today.
They'll see and they'll...
I will say, this ending shot right here in Psycho is still one of the scariest of all time. I will say that.
No, and they'll say...
It is one of the scariest shots.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
It's fucking sickening.
Do you agree with our list?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think is the best horror movie of all time?
Scream wasn't on this list, was it? Scream wasn't here. Where's Scream? What the fuck? Yeah, Scream wasn't on the list. Scream wasn't on the list, chat. Or am I bugging? Scream wasn't on the list, but Dracula, Night of the Living Dead, Psycho, but Scream is not on the list. Scream. Are you serious? Scream is not on the list. 1 and 2 couldn't make the list. If you ask me, because I know this video was made in 2015, if you ask me, I think Scream 6 is the best, followed by 1. But if we're going through the time frame that this video was made, Scream 1 should be on this fucking list. If you ask me, Scream 1 should be on this list. Do I watch Kids' Choice Awards? I don't keep up with that shit. How do you not have Scream on the list? How do you not have Final Destination 1 or 2 on this list? How do you not have the first Wrong Turn movie? Like Saw couldn't even make the list. Like, oh my god. What the fuck? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. What the fuck? Lewis, what would your top 5 of best horror movies be? My top 5 best horror movies? The thing is, that would be unfair for me to answer, because I'm a little bitch when it comes to ghost movies. When I mean ghost movies, I'm talking about Exorcist. I'm talking about The Conjuring and Insidious and shit like that. Do you know what's another movie that didn't make the list? It didn't make the list, which is stupid, because it really started my hatred for clowns. I do not like clowns, and the fact that it is not on this list, crazy. This shit is trash. This shit is trash, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. They went for legacy picks. I don't know how they don't have Scream on the list. I don't. Alright. With that being said, thank you for guys watching the video. If you guys don't mind, please subscribe to the channel. We do videos like this all the motherfucking time. As you can see, I'm not vibing with the Watch Mojo list personally. But more Watch Mojo reactions to come. So, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace. Chat, don't worry, that was just for the video. I'm gonna record that, edit it, and then upload it to the channel. So, we're gonna be on. But just so you guys know, I'm gonna do my intros for that shit. Okay. What Watch Mojo shit should we talk about now? Actually, let's look at some video games. Let's look at video games. No, this was made 10. me see. I appreciate it, Vicious V. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by, brother. I really do appreciate it. All I know is WWE games, unfortunately. Come on, Ahmed. Alright, I don't wanna bore y'all. So let's do, I don't know, let's do movies. Let's see what they got for movies. Right? You take care of yourself, Vicious V. You take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, brother. Let me see. Let me see. Alright, here we go. So we got the 10 greatest
you think
movie
you know
franchises
Wix?
of all time. Not
Do you
horror,
really?
just movie franchises of all time. Which I think it should
First
be a
up,
pretty
we got
straightforward
Shake.
list. Alright. Here we go. So, intro's about to happen in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What's going on, YouTube family? Thank you for tuning into the video. It's your boy Lewis Knows Tunes, and I am currently live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys want to be part of the Looniac gang, make sure you guys subscribe and you turn on the post notifications so you can get the notifications when I go live, and you can be part of the process on, you know, what I watch and shit like that. But here we have Watch Mojo's top 10 greatest movie franchises of all time. I haven't seen the video. I just clicked on it. I was looking through and seeing what can we react to. This video was made 2 years ago, so a little recent in a sense. But it was made 2 years ago, and we're gonna react to it right now. We just reacted to the top 10 horror movies of all time. That's already uploaded on the channel. So make sure you guys check that out. That being said, let's get to it. Let's go.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today
I
we're
personally
counting
think it
down
should
our
be a
picks for the
smoother
top 10
list than the
greatest
fucking
movie
horror movie
franchises
list. That's
of
just me.
all time.
Yeah, 007, yeah, James Bond gotta be there. Mission Impossible gotta be there. Obviously, like Avengers, it's obviously probably gonna fucking be here.
Assemble.
For this
I
list,
wonder
we're
if
looking at
John
the quality
Wick
of the
makes
films, but also giving considerable weight to
John
their
Wick
cultural
makes it.
impact, financial success, and longevity. What
Obviously,
movie
Star
franchise
Wars,
could you
yeah,
not live
yeah.
without? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Fast and Furious.
Yeah, hold on, let me take a drink. Whether people like it or not, I agree. They're on what, their 10th movie? They have Elite in there, they have super insane longevity, and they make bank every single fucking time. Now, do I think what I originally liked from the movies is not there anymore? Yeah. Because I really miss when it was really about cars. I really do miss when it was about cars. But nonetheless, it deserves to be here. It is undoubtedly in the conversation for top 10. I'm not going to say it's locked, but it is without a doubt one of the most popular franchises of all time. So yes, I am 100% inclined to agree that it deserves to be here. So yeah, for sure. My favorite Fast movie is still Too Fast, Too Furious, but also like 5 and 6 as well.
In high school, that railroad crossing up there is exactly a quarter-mile away from here. On green, I'm going for it.
The original Fast and Furious film made a splash with its cool cars and solid action sequences, but the mediocrity of the first few sequels would not have had anyone calling the franchise great. But then came Fast 5, and everything changed.
You're going down, Toretto.
Yeah,
right
Fast
here.
5, everything changed.
With the fifth film in the series, they brought in The Rock and went from neat drag races to ridiculously amazing set pieces that would become staples of the franchise. While the first 4 films had been successful, they have hit new levels since, with 2 of the films breaking the $1 billion mark as of F9. They've even expanded the Fast universe, with a Fast and Furious
crazy,
Presents Hobbs and Shaw spin-off film, and there
I don't know
are
if it's
more
a
on the
top
way.
10 franchise, but I did see Hobbs and Shaw in theaters. I did enjoy it. It was crazy.
Dove, Man Plus Care, whole body DO protects you everywhere.
It's gonna be here, no, don't
People like us do things like this.
Number 9, Planet of the Apes.
Yes. 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 Watch Mojo, you are on fucking fire. When I say you're on fire, you are on motherfucking fire. Let's go, bro. Yes, Planet of the Apes. And they're including the original Planet of the Apes movies as well, which is cool. But if you would have just did the trilogy, because like I said, made in 2015, this was made 2 years ago. If you would have just stuck with the trilogy, bro, Planet of the Apes is one of the greatest movies you will ever see. The trilogy is absolutely fucking amazing, bro. Y'all gotta go watch it if you haven't seen it, bro. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I put this higher. Probably top 5 for me. I'm not gonna lie. In terms of quality, chat. In terms of quality, yes, undoubtedly.
Apes.
We're talking longevity, Godzilla gotta be on here. Shit, probably. I'm not gonna lie.
Over the years,
King
the
Kong,
Planet
maybe?
of the
Who knows?
Apes franchise has created a lasting legacy, unfolding into its own world, containing a rich history, characters, and exciting storylines.
The irony is we created you. We tried to defy nature, bend it to our will. Nature has been punishing us for our arrogance ever since.
The film that started it all, 1968's Planet of the Apes, is a classic science fiction film that still holds up all these decades later. And while the 4 sequels couldn't match the commercial and critical success of that first film, they enjoy a cult status, and upon rewatching are better than they often get credit for.
Well, why doesn't she take it? Because I loathe bananas. Sarah.
Themes of racial
God.
inequality, morality, corporate greed, and technology sit above and below the surface of the franchise. There are universal themes that resonate with modern audiences as well, which we saw with the success of the franchise reboot beginning in 2011.
Take your stinking paw off me, you damn 38!
Bro, when Caesar spoke, aura, bro. Fucking aura. Jesus. No!
Number 8,
no.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I agree. Another one. Now, believe it or not, call me a fucking idiot. I still haven't seen a lot of the Mission Impossible movies. Granted, I will watch all of them and I'll give my review on the channel. Same thing I just did with John Wick literally last week. Haven't made the videos yet, but watched John Wick like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. But yeah, the way how Mission Impossible is in terms of pop culture, in terms of longevity, in terms of all the movies made, and Tom Cruise still fucking doing his thing, yeah, Mission Impossible has to fucking be here. It has no choice but to be here, so yes, I agree as well.
Morning, Mr. Hammond. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, involves recovery of a stolen item, designated
almost zero
Chimera.
misses.
Creating an action film franchise that would span 6 films without a total dud in the bunch sounds like an impossible mission, but apparently it isn't. That's what the MI series has done, at least so far.
Mission
I did see Ghost Protocol.
Brian De Palma set the foundation with the first movie. John Woo beautified the action in the second, and according to Rotten Tomatoes, things have only gotten better. The first 3 films scored in the 57 to 71% range, while the next 3 are all in the 90s.
Come on, Benji. Benji, open that door!
Come on.
Sure, we keep coming back to see what crazy stunt Tom Cruise will do next, but we stick around for the solid...
Yeah, that's what I respect Tom Cruise for. This motherfucker literally does his own stunts, dude. He does his own stunts. That's why I respect him as an actor. Even though I haven't seen a lot of his catalog, that's where I have no choice but to respect him as an actor. This dude is fucking top tier, bro. Top fucking tier.
Good writing, characters, and engaging storytelling.
How close were we? The usual.
Usual.
I know what justice is. I know what it looks like.
Every day I wake up.
Please don't make me laugh.
Number 7, The Wizarding World.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
Harry Potter.
And a thumping good as language.
I mean,
When it comes to great movie franchises,
Harry
the
Potter,
Wizarding World is one that
longevity,
definitely
quality
shall be named.
movies, amazing
Given the
lore,
phenomenal success of the book
insane
series,
pop
some
culture,
might have feared the
impact,
movies
yeah,
would not live
duh,
up to the
I
hype.
agree.
Well, needless to say, those people were wrong.
You're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa. Not
Chamber of Secrets, my favorite. Just saying.
Leviosa.
You do it then if you're so clever.
Just like the books, the movies
You're not a
became a
Potter fan.
worldwide phenomenon,
Interesting.
spawning a Broadway
Okay.
show and even its own themed area at Universal Orlando Resort. Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out in 2011, and Harry Potter popularity remains, as evidenced by the many Potter-themed Halloween costumes one still sees every year.
Because you're wrong. Harry's heart did beat for us. For all of us. It's not over.
Yes, the Fantastic Beasts prequel series was cut short when the third film underperformed, but there is no doubt that the Potterverse will be back.
Yeah. And they probably fucking foreshadowed this shit, but yeah, the Harry Potter verse is back. There's actually a prequel happening with Harry, Ron, and and Hermione. I don't know why I drew a blank, but yeah, there is like a prequel happening with them, so it is coming back. So yeah, you guys gotta watch
Don't
it.
be going home,
You guys gotta watch
doesn't it? I'm not going home. Not really.
Number 6, Batman.
Little fight
Here's what I'm gonna say. Obviously Michael Keaton is a great Batman, but then you get into Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. Like, I understand a whole franchise can't be perfect, but like, But the Nolan trilogy is really fucking good. But the Robert Pattinson movie is awesome. But I don't know. I gotta see what else is on this list.
I like that.
With the original actors, no. This is actually the Harry Potter prequel is actually happening when Harry, Hermione, and Ron are kids. So yeah, they're in school. I was about to say, like, they're not the same franchise. Like, they just group them together. Like, when we're doing movie franchises, like the Nolan trilogy, it's its own thing. Like, I literally have my DVD sets over there. You know what I'm saying? And it literally says the Dark Knight trilogy, which is the Nolan trilogy, and then the 4 fan favorite Batman movies are literally by itself. Like, so that's where I'm like, I don't. If they would have said Dark Knight trilogy, hey, you could put it on this list, but you group it all together, I think it's a little bit of a cop out.
The overarching DC Extended Universe has had some big hits and big misses, and is still trying to find its footing. Superman has the nostalgia for the Christopher Reeve films, but their attempts at reboots have largely underwhelmed thus far. The one standout in the DC world, the one that is pretty much, except for a couple of Joel Schumacher
Batman
missteps,
Robin. I still
maintained
enjoy
a high
Batman
quality throughout, is Batman.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
Man, this dude sucks.
Tim Burton and Michael Keaton set a high standard with Batman and Batman
Prisoners-
Returns.
you like Prisoners of
a standard that
Azkaban?
Some would
Yeah,
argue
Prisoner of Azkaban
Christopher
is cool.
Nolan and Christian Bale surpassed with their trilogy.
It's pretty
And
cool
if
without
The Batman is any indication, Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson are going to leave their own quality mark on the character as well.
Yes,
Our scars can destroy us,
really good with
even
the
after
character.
the physical wounds have healed. But if we survive them,
Yeah, I agree. How do you Black Adam?
they can transform us.
Number 5, Middle Earth.
This Lord of the Rings?
One ring
Yes.
to rule them all.
Widely regarded as the greatest trilogy of all time, and all 3 movies have a case at being the greatest movie of all time. Honestly, you should have put this a little higher. Real shit. Should have put this just a little higher, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Should've put this a little
citrusy,
higher.
sweet, and sour. Join the crawl. Scoop it all.
This would be
Baskin
a-
Robbins. Seize the yay.
From 2001 to 2003, there was one movie franchise to rule them all. one franchise that brought us all into the darkness of the movie theater and bound us together.
There's some good in this world, Mr.
I agree. Lord of the Rings is not for everybody.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy was what everyone was talking about and watching. And as financially successful as it was, it was also similarly acclaimed by critics and garnered 30 Academy Award nominations, winning 17 of them, including Best Picture for The Return of the King.
My friends. You bow to no one.
If you guys wonder why I keep doing that, I'm just trying not to breathe on the mic, and you guys hearing it.
Reviews for the Hobbit prequel trilogy were more mixed, but the films were still a huge success, raking in over $2.9 billion, which is just slightly under the $2.99 billion take of the 3 Lord of the Rings films.
One day it'll grow. And every time I look at it, I'll remember. Remember everything that happened, the good, the bad. And how lucky I am that I made it home.
Number 4, Indiana Jones.
I agree. Like I said, insane pop culture impact. They're still going very strong to this day. With like games and shit, but movie franchises, though, yeah, I agree. Indiana Jones is like referencing like so much shit. Like if you're watching a show, you're bound to see Indiana Jones reference. So yeah, I agree. I agree with it. I agree. The lore, yeah, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the lore is crazy.
The Indiana Jones movie franchise is a beloved classic that has captivated
this scene
audiences
alone right here, yo, is like, it's iconic as fuck.
Since debut in 1981 with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Through the thrilling adventures of fedora-wearing and whip-wielding Dr. Indiana Jones, this series of films has earned a special place in the hearts of movie fans around the globe.
You could get killed chasing after your damn fortune and glory.
Maybe. But not today.
You gotta watch it, audio.
While the 4th film in the series was a little more divisive, the first 3 are classics, with Raiders and The Last Crusade easily up there among the greatest action movies of all time.
Those people are trying to kill us. I know, Dad! It's a new experience for me. Happens to me all the time.
The films have a wonderful ability to mix action, comedy, story, and classic pulpy goodness, and we can only hope the soon-to-be-released 5th film maintains the franchise's dedication to quality and crowd-pleasing fun.
Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not.
Number 3, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I mean, it's bound to happen. Yeah, Marvel's peak is so high. I believe they have, like 3 movies in the top 10 in terms of, like, money made. Like, that's, like, Endgame and Infinity War and shit like that. But also, when you're looking at the Marvel movies, they have some of the greatest origin stories ever, from, like, Captain America to Iron Man. And then the films, bro, like, shit, like, No Way Home, like, Black Panther, like, the Guardians trilogy. Yeah, the MCU, it was bound to be here for sure.
My turn.
With the release of the 30th movie in the series, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in 2022, the MCU closed out Phase 4 of its timeline, and once again proved its status as a truly great film franchise. Since Iron Man in 2008, the MCU has been putting out one hit after another at a rate and quality we've never seen before on this scale.
Now, granted, there is a little context. Like, they were putting out stinkers for a good period of time. Like the Marvels was mid, Eternals was mid. Even the TV shows like Echo was mid, like a lot of shit was mid. But but you know, they had a lot of mid. Like recently it's been some ass. Now recently they've been trying to pick up the pace with Brave New World, which Brave New World was a solid movie. It was cool. Now you got Fantastic Four coming out, which is it's big expectations. But hopefully we'll see how Fantastic Four does. But as of late, Marvel has not been on the winning side. They have been losing and taking L after L after L after L after yeah, like Thor: Love and Thunder. That shit was not good. So yeah, it's been rough for Marvel. It's been rough.
In a world where box office numbers are declining,
But
we'll
nonetheless,
all
their
still
peak
go to
is
the
so
theater for a
incredibly
Marvel
high,
movie.
the lows
And
still
with the
can't drag
foreseeable
them down.
future lined up, the MCU is not slowing down.
Yeah,
Unless you're afraid.
Not in the least.
We should also mention Spider-Man and X-Men, two Marvel entities with very successful franchises that began before the MCU was a thing.
The war is still coming, Charles.
Yeah, the X-Men franchise, but even then, so like, the X-Men franchise had some doo-doo within the franchise. At least Sam Raimi's trilogy, like, you can say at the very least, Spider-Man 3 is fucking fire. Anything not connected to Venom or Eddie Brock, anything not. Like, that part of the movie feels forced, which drags it down to a decent movie. But Sam Raimi, the Spider-Man 1 and 2, fucking phenomenal. They're masterpieces. But Spider-Man 3, anything not showing Venom and Eddie Brock on screen is fucking fire.
By any means
Shut up,
necessary.
Adia.
And I will always be there.
Party time!
Old friend.
Number 2, James Bond.
Yeah, like we said, bro. Yeah, this definitely is gonna be here. Well, what's already said ain't gotta be said, bro. It was gonna be here no matter what. Yeah, shout out James Bond.
Luck,
007.
Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
It's been over 60 years since Sean Connery brought James Bond to life on the big screen in 1962's Dr. No, and audiences are still as enthralled by the character as ever, maybe even more so.
So you're not dead?
Hello, Q. I've missed you.
Given all the press and rumors surrounding casting, society sometimes seems to care more about who will be the next Bond than who will be the next president. 007, shaken martinis, and the coolness of saying your last name first have all become ingrained in our popular culture thanks to Bond, James Bond.
Vodka martini. Shaken or stirred? Do I look like I give a damn?
As of 2023, the 25 movies have grossed $7.6 billion, or roughly $19.2 billion adjusted for inflation, and there doesn't appear to be an end in sight to our love for these action and gadget-packed films.
For England, James? No.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. John Wick.
Okay. I mean, I guess. But an honorable mention? Come on, man. The lore in John Wick is absolutely ridiculous. The action is some of the greatest of all fucking time, bro. Real shit. Yeah, bro. Oh, man. It's so good. I'm taking John Wick over the Fast series, in my opinion. That's just me. I'm taking John Wick over the Fast series, but...
These Keanu Reeves-led bangers redefine
cool.
what action movies
honorable
can be.
mention, I guess.
People
But
keep
the lore is
asking
absolutely
if I'm
amazing.
back,
I love it.
and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Jurassic Park. Just like life, this
Oh man, Jurassic Park is an honorable mention. Fuck, it goes to show you. I'm taking Jurassic Park's franchise over the Fast franchise as well. Yeah, Julian, the John Wick movies are fire. They're fucking amazing. Oh, this was before 4. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 4 came out. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. But even then, so the trilogy is...
franchise finds a way to keep us entertained.
I think 2 holds John Wick back a little bit. But Jurassic Park... shit, Jurassic Park is a powerhouse.
Back to the Future. Think, McFly. Think. Of course, Back to the Future deserves a mention.
Back to the Future.
I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
Rocky. Like its hero, this
Shit. Yeah, Rocky. And then when you're connecting it to the universe with Creed, yeah. Oh man, so many good
keeps
franchises
getting
being
up off
left
the mat
off, bro.
stronger than
But
before.
there's only 10 spots.
Let's go, get up!
Mad Max. Who knew the post-apocalypse?
Nah, I wouldn't put Mad Max as an honorable mention. I don't think it got a case to be on the list. I think there's clearly, yeah, I agree. Rocky clears fast. I think there's other better franchises than Mad Max. I've personally never been a Mad Max guy, in my opinion, but you know, yeah, I wouldn't put it as an honorable mention.
Phillips could be so exciting.
That's just me.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, since that was like on their thumbnail.
Number 1,
yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah. No complaints at all. Zero. Like, when you look at Star Wars, you're thinking of the lore, you're thinking of some of the greatest action sequences, you're thinking of one of the most awe moments of all time when it comes to Star Wars. You're thinking about the iconic characters. You're thinking about what they've done in the box office and from a culture standpoint. Yeah. Star Wars undoubtedly.
Could number 1 really be anything else? Sure, the franchise has had its missteps, but none of that really matters, because this is still Star Wars we're talking about.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
When the first film premiered back in 1977, it was like nothing audiences had ever seen before. A Shakespearean space opera filled with great action, quotable dialogue, and special effects that were second to none.
I have you not. What?
Yahoo!
George Lucas's creation was a truly seminal moment in the history of the movies. And while the quality of the various films can be argued, the fact that the franchise elicits such strong emotions from fans all these decades later is a true testament to its entrenchment in pop culture.
Chewie, we're home.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips.
Alright, there was really not much to complain about because there are a lot of great movie franchises. I don't mind the list at all. But with that being said, if you guys rock with the reaction videos and stuff like that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 800 subscribers, so that would be greatly appreciated. If you don't mind, also go ahead and follow the Twitch because we're live right now. When you're seeing this video, we were live. So definitely subscribe and turn on the post notifications, like the video, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, so that was the outro. Now, I really want to do this. The top 20 greatest animated movies of all time. Yeah, RS, I'm going to do that, yeah.
I took control, went solo, and built my own online knife empire.
Onions!
Alright. I'm just checking everything, make sure we're straight. Making sure we're straight. Alright, chat, best behavior, doing the intro right now. What is going on, YouTube family? How you guys doing? Loose Nose Tunes here. We're back here with another banger. But before we get into today's video, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and turn on them post notifications because we are live when you're seeing this video. We were actually live. We go live every Saturday and Sunday, and we're trying to figure out another day in the week where I can go live and I can do reaction videos like this all the time for you guys. But with that being said, right now we are reacting to Watch Mojo's top 20 greatest animated movies of all time. This was made 2 years ago, so a little bit recent, but nonetheless, there's been a ton of animated movies that deserve to be on this list. If you guys didn't see on the last video, we reacted to the top 10 movie franchises of all time, and they had a solid list. So far, they're like 1-1 in my book, right? Because the horror movie one was some shit. But with that being said, we're gonna react to the top 20 greatest animated movies of all time. So like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and join the Looniac gang. Lego.
Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 greatest animated movies of all time.
No, don't tease me with this shit. Steamboat Willie is not a fucking top 20 fucking greatest animated movie of all time. Don't tease me with this shit, alright? Miss me with that bullshit.
For this list, we'll be looking at the absolute best feature-length films that animation has to offer. To be considered, works must be entirely animated. What's your favorite animated film? Let us know if it made the list in the comments. Number 20, The Little Mermaid. At a time when...
Do I agree with The Little Mermaid? Usually, the first one you have to list has to set the tone, right? Now, this is kind of setting the tone. This is going to be another classical fucking cop-out fucking picks. So, we'll see. We'll see how the list is, and maybe I might let Little Mermaid slide. But, shut up, Hadia. And damn, Michael, you struggling in Mafia too? But, well, we're gonna let it slide.
Disney films weren't surefire hits. This classic tale had a lot to prove just to stay afloat. But rest assured, Ariel has become part of our world in more ways than one.
Part of that.
Your summer squad just dropped in. Taste that sweet and sour rush. Baskin Robbins, seize the yay.
Yay!
The Under Contract Cha-Cha. For every step of the home buying process, Rhode Island Housing is there to help.
I love Little Mermaid, by the way.
She has funk, she has agency, but most of all, she's allowed to have fun. With some added help from an earnest romance and a downright iconic soundtrack, The Little Mermaid rode the waves all the way to the start of the Disney Renaissance.
Look at her! On legs!
I'd agree with you if it was Disney movies, but this is animated movies, and Lion King got some competition for that number one spot.
Human legs! My nerves are shot. This is a catastrophe!
That's right. Ariel's Under the Sea adventures were so beloved that they helped to resurrect the company's struggling animation branch. If that's not proof of the film's quality, we don't know what is. Number 19. How to...
How to Train Your Dragon at number 19? I'm not liking where the list is going. If How to Train Your Dragon is at 19, we got a pretty fucking rough list. I ain't gonna hold y'all, chat. We got a pretty fucking rough list. If How to Train Your Dragon, out of all motherfucking movies, is number 19. And I'm wondering, do they have 2 and a Hidden World on here? Probably not. Shut up, Hadia. I'm not vibing with the list, bro. I'm not. I'm not already. Alright, How to Train Your Dragon at 19, folks.
Train Your Dragon.
What the fuck?
Better take notes, because this title is no joke. After all, if the movie didn't sell the bond between Hiccup and Toothless, there'd be no story. Thankfully, their relationship...
What? Wait. No. I hate fucking arguments like that. And it also seems like somebody didn't fucking pay attention to motherfucking How to Train Your Motherfucking Dragon. I guess nobody paid attention. Yes, the main focal point of the story was Hiccup trying to find a way to bond with dragons because he did not have the balls to kill a dragon. So he found a fucking Night Fury when, you know, there's very few people to tell the tale that they saw a fucking Night Fury and interacted with one. Yeah, this is gonna be rough, Dante. But I hate that argument. Oh yeah, you know, if you take away Hiccup and Toothless' dynamic, there's not much story. No. Their dynamic, yes, is a main part of the movie, but y'all are forgetting that all the dragons were literally controlled by another fucking dragon within the movie. And they literally had their own dragon lair where they were feeding the fucking Red Death. So sounds like somebody did not pay attention to How to Train Your Dragon, folks. Yup. Alright.
Relationship doesn't just take flight, it positively soars, both literally and figuratively.
That's my fault. Yeah.
I don't know. Take away Yoda from Star Wars. A lot of the lore is whack. Take away Brian O'Connor from Fast and Furious. A lot of the lore is fucking whack. So let's not do this bullshit thing that if Hiccup and Toothless don't have the dynamic, that there's not a lot of story going on. Dude, it's an origin story. Of course that's going to be the main center of attention of the fucking movie. It's an origin story for what's going to come. But it's not the only thing in the fucking movie, though. It seems like somebody didn't watch How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I'm on it. Position 3.
Their wholesome dynamic could easily anchor a 2-hour movie all on its own. And this story is populated with lovable characters, breathtaking action, and more heart than it knows what to do with.
They've killed hundreds of us! And we've killed thousands of them! They defend themselves, that's all!
The best part is that, despite its medieval setting...
So, you contradict yourself by saying if you take away Hiccup and Toothless' story, that there's not much here. Yet there's a whole dynamic of Hiccup and Stoic. Don't worry, I didn't see what the animated movie was. But there's a whole dynamic of Hiccup and Stoic going back and forth about dragons and killing dragons and shit. So you're clearly seeing there's a whole nother layer to How to Train Your Dragon, just with Hiccup and Stoic having friction. Yeah.
They defend themselves, that's all.
Outta here.
The best part is that, despite its medieval
really does
setting,
piss me off
this
people
movie
make this and they don't
refuses
pay
to
attention to
adhere to
movies.
a classic formula. The end result is a harrowing tale about friendship destined to be told for generations, and not just among Vikings. Number 18, Chicken Run.
I need a drink, chat. Bro. There's no way, shape, or form. If you like Chicken Run, that is okay. Hadia, what the fuck? Chicken Run is not a better movie than How to Train Your Dragon. Chicken Run is not better than any of the 3 How to Train Your Dragon movies. It is not. I'm sorry. Chicken Run is not even in the top 10 for DreamWorks movies. It is not. I'm sorry. It's not even in the top fucking 20 for DreamWorks movies. I'm sorry. It's not. There's other movies that are better. And How to Train Your Dragon is fucking one of them. Chicken Run is not number 18. Get this shit off the fucking list. Y'all tripping
Admittedly,
right now,
a group of anthropomorphic chickens mounting a prison break is a pretty weird pitch for a family trip to the theater. And yet, that same kookiness is exactly why Chicken Run sprints past the finish line with ease. The slapstick humor just never gets old, especially when delivered by this outstanding voice cast. But, impressively, its story hasn't gone cold either. If anything, the social commentary is fresher now than when it first came out of the fryer in 2000.
So laying eggs all your life and then getting plucked, stuffed and roasted is good enough for you, is it? It's a living.
Story aside, this is practically required viewing for its technical merits alone. Chicken Run's impeccable use of claymation clucked a path to become the highest grossing animated stop-motion film of all time. Those kinds of achievements speak for themselves.
Okay, yeah, but we're talking about movies. I don't care what they did in the box office. We're talking about quality of movies, and even then so. Chicken Run is not even the best stop-motion animated film of all time. Coraline clears Chicken Run by a mile. A Nightmare Before Christmas clears Chicken Run by a mile. So I don't give a fuck about the money that they did in the box office. We're talking about movie quality, and it's not. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just not, chat. I'm sorry. With all due respect, it's just not. It's just not. I like to respect people's lists, but this is absolutely fucking preposterous, guys. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
Grass. Exactly, grass. It's always greener on the other side.
Number 17, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
I'm cool with Batman Mask of the Phantasm in here. Me personally, it might be a hot take because I know Mask of the Phantasm is one of those, superhero movies that people think is untouchable. I think Under the Red Hood is better, but that's just my opinion, and it's kind of a tough hill to climb. But Batman Mask of the Phantasm, I don't mind it being here. I don't. It's arguably the greatest superhero animated film of all time because obviously you got Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Batman Under the Red Hood, so on and so forth. But Batman Mask of the Phantasm, I don't mind it being here. It's dope. So I'm cool with it being here. Absolutely.
Phantasm. The Caped Crusader has one of the most legendary animated catalogs out there. So it's no surprise that a feature film based on all that is a landmark superhero movie.
I know I made a promise, but I didn't see this coming. I didn't count on being happy.
Mask of the Phantasm encompasses the absolute best parts of the Batman mythos in a way that demands to be seen on the big screen. And it manages to do that despite a tight production schedule. Fittingly, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy have never been better as Joker and Bruce Wayne, which, given their esteemed resumes, is really saying something. It's practically a sin that this movie bombed at the box office. But at least modern reviews rightfully hail it as one of the greatest Batman films ever made, animated or not.
I always feared you would become that which you fought against. You walk the edge of that abyss every night. But you haven't fallen in, and I thank heaven for that.
Number 16, Shrek.
What the fuck are we doing? Shrek at number 16, chat. Shrek at number 16. Granted, I don't think Shrek 1 is the best Shrek. I don't. I think Shrek 2 is better. But they're both top 10 movies. Like, they're both fucking great. They're both fucking amazing. They're both fucking awesome, bro. But Shrek at 16, I gotta see the other 15 movies you got above Shrek all time for an animated movie. This shit is crazy, dog. Yo, Hadia, shut up, man. You so negative, Hadia. You be negative as fuck. You a negative Nancy, bro. You such a negative Nancy.
At first glance, this fairy tale retelling follows the formula to a T. Storm the castle, slay the dragon, get the girl. Except, that's only half the story. Perhaps the biggest revision is that Shrek himself is no Prince Charming. Like, at all.
Wait, listen. You think that Shrek is your true love?
Well, yes.
You think Shrek is your true love?
So instead of following the trend, this brilliant deconstruction reinvents the formula without ever fully abandoning it. It's a tour de force of creativity and wit, all pulled together by an endlessly quotable script and some career-defining voice work. Much like Ogres and Onions, there's a lot of layers to Shrek. Like, for example, some instantly iconic musical numbers. Though, Shrek 2 definitely takes the cake on that one.
Hit it! All right, big fella, let's crash this party.
Number 15, The Nightmare Before...
Alright, This is closer than a lot of people like to think. Thoughts on the Shrek 5 teaser? I don't like the animation, but I'm still gonna watch it, so I don't care. Alright, so Nightmare Before Christmas, it is one of the greatest animated movies of all time, so... do I think it is better than Shrek? They're very hard movies to compare, because they're both trying to accomplish very different things. I would still take Shrek over Nightmare Before Christmas, but if somebody preferred Nightmare Before Christmas over Shrek, I wouldn't be mad. But Nightmare Before Christmas being in the top 15, I'm for it. I like it.
Christmas.
I like it.
For the low cost of
like it,
one
chat.
trip to Halloween Town, this irreverent
chat.
musical gives you 2 holidays for the price of one.
My Christmas is filled with laughter and joy and this. My Sandy Claus outfit.
One part spooky, one part cheerful, and all parts absurd. There's truly nothing else like The Nightmare Before Christmas. But it's all the better for it. The sheer amount of creativity on display is staggering, especially as the script weaves disparate threads into a perfectly wrapped gift under the tree. The songs are infectious, the world brims with life, and the tonal mashup works better than it has.
If you play video games a lot, you might be able to get paid some real money. If you live in the US and you play
man.
video games for over 10 hours in a week,
Any right to.
The next time you get the urge to take over someone else's holiday, I'd listen to her. She's the only one who makes any sense around this insane asylum.
It seems that, alongside Santa's bag of gifts, Jack Skellington also carries a film that's fun, weird, and never once apologizes for it. Number 14, Ratatouille.
Ratatouille at 14. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Ratatouille. It's one of Pixar's best movies. I think it's in the top 5 of Pixar's best movies, for sure. Do I think it's better than Shrek? Nah. I think Ratatouille and Nightmare Before Christmas is more of a conversation, but I think Shrek is better than both movies, in my opinion. Yeah, but Ratatouille, I don't have a problem with it being in the top 15, though. Just so anybody's aware. I fuck with Ratatouille. I love Ratatouille.
This titular dish being made by an actual rat sounds like a bad joke. Thankfully, there's nothing remotely eye-rolling about Remy's time in the kitchen. Indeed, he prepares a full-course meal brimming with optimism, character, and love.
I know who I am! Why do I need you to tell me? Why do I need to pretend?
But you don't, Remy. You never did.
Better yet, it comes with a side of hilarity and a glass of pathos to help wash it all down. Pixar is known for their emotional storytelling, and few moments compare to Remy and Linguini thawing a jaded critic's heart with a single bite. The critics all agree too. If Ego's reaction is any indication, Ratatouille is an easy 5 stars.
I will be returning to Gusto soon, hungry for more.
Number 13,
No. Even in this time period, no. Snow White is better. Like, no, man. Like, Cinderella is better. No, I'm not going Pinocchio, Chad. I'm sorry. Over Shrek, over Night Before Christmas, over Ratatouille, bro. No, Chad, I'm not fucking doing that. No, man. No, it's not even better than Little Mermaid, bro. I'm not fucking doing that, Chad. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, bro. Chad, I'm sorry. No, Chad. No. I'm not fucking doing this shit, man.
He may be wooden at first.
No. Fucking alright, yeah, let's just move on.
But this
bro.
Disney icon has all the heart of a real boy. The clear effort put into making Pinocchio a living, breathing character, even when he wasn't technically one, grounds the fantastical narrative with raw
Nobody give a fuck about this
Prove
growing
yourself
nose
brave,
bitch.
Truthful,
Goddamn.
and unselfish, and someday you will be a real boy.
A real boy!
There's just something inherently relatable about someone discovering what it means to be human, especially since the script tackles the idea with remarkable care and nuance. Plus, This movie introduced us to When You Wish Upon a Star, which is plain iconic in of itself.
I have never wished upon a star a day in my life. I have never. Never, chat. Never. Have y'all? Stop
At the
lying.
end of
You
the
ain't
day,
never fucking wished upon a
Pinocchio
star. Stop
isn't
lying.
Disney's first film, and it's
Y'all
far from
wasn't
their
Tiana,
last. But our
on the side of
nose
your
won't
bed
grow
wishing
when we
for a
say
star. Y'all
that
wasn't
it's
like that,
easily
bro. Come on
one of the most impactful.
Nobody was doing that shit.
Number 12, My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes,
The
yes,
most striking
yes,
takeaway.
I agree wholeheartedly. No complaints at all. RS ain't
Hayao
no fucking
Miyazaki's
argument for
film
Pinocchio.
is that, refreshingly, it gets quiet.
It's a Disney classic. I don't give a fuck. Quality-wise, I don't give a fuck. It's not better than a lot of movies. Do you want to see my bookshelf of all the animated movies I have? And you're going to find 20 movies that are better than Pinocchio. You are going to find. I have every single DreamWorks movie. I have every single Blue Sky Studio movie. I have so many Disney movies. You are going to find 20 movies that are better than Pinocchio. You actually have 20 DreamWorks movies that you're going to find that are better than fucking Pinocchio. And even if we go to Disney and look at Pixar, you're going to find 10 Pixar movies that are better than Pinocchio. I don't give a shit it's one of the greatest. Quality-wise, it's not. There's been better. I'm sorry. There's been better. There's been much better.
In other words, My Neighbor Totoro is elegantly simple, almost deceptively so. In fact, the beguiling tale of youth is so immersive that it's easy to forget how many rules it breaks.
Totoro? That's it! I bet your name's Totoro, isn't it?
Many traditional maxims of storytelling are gone. In their place is an honest, somber, and gorgeous portrayal of childhood that has to be seen to be truly understood.
What happened?
Well, I'm not sure, but I could have sworn that I saw both the girls up in the treetop laughing.
That might not be as crazy as you think. Have a look.
Suffice it to say, the moving message comes across loud and clear. Just like for Mei and her sister Satsuki, Totoro's legacy extends far beyond the confines of a movie. Number 11, Sleeping Beauty.
I said I have every single Blue Sky Studio movie. I never said Spies in Disguise was better than Pinocchio. Do not put words in my mouth. I hate when people do that. No, but Blue Sky Studio movies that I would have over Pinocchio, shit. We can go Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Ice Age, The Meltdown. Epic is absolutely better than fucking Pinocchio. I think Rio is better than Pinocchio. Yeah, for sure. Robots, I think is better than Pinocchio. Horton Hears a Who, I think is better than Pinocchio. The Peanuts movie, I think is better than Pinocchio. Yeah, but definitely not Spies in Disguise.
You poor simple fools.
Despite its name, Princess Aurora's story launched with a roar, not a yawn. Though that's hardly a shock, given the intense passion that went into making it behind the scenes. After successfully releasing several bona fide classics, Walt Disney wanted to craft a movie that would stand above the rest. That goal is on full display in Sleeping Beauty, which has one.
But I didn't even give my thoughts on Sleeping Beauty. Phenomenal, classic. I don't have a problem with it being in the top 15. Phenomenal, classic. I don't mind it. Do I think it's better than Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon? No.
One of the most visually arresting color palettes of any Disney film.
But
add in an amazing dress, a gorgeous song, and some help from Charles Perrault's classic fairy tale, and it's obvious why this is as classic as it gets. Aurora may take a snooze, but Sleeping Beauty's timeless charm makes viewers want to do anything but.
Why, Fauna, what's the matter, dear?
Oh, I just love happy endings.
Hello there.
What the fuck?
I'm Ryan Reynolds.
What?
And I'm here for these guys. Nature's benchwarmers. Now it's their time to shine. Gross.
Yes.
Number 10, WALL-E.
Absolutely the fuck not. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. 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 In the words of Daniel Bryan, no. No. We are not doing it. Nope. No. WALL-E is not top 20. Visually pleasing. It is visually beautiful. It is a chef's kiss, visually beautiful movie. I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not a top. You guys think WALL-E is better than How to Train Your Dragon? Better than Shrek? Better than Nightmare Before Christmas? No, bro. WALL-E is not a top tier Pixar movie. It is a visually pleasing, beautiful movie. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I being in the top 10 is egregious. I'm sorry. That is one of those things where it's absolutely fucking egregious. No, I ain't chilling on WALL-E. Fuck WALL-E. Oh God, fuck WALL-E, bro. WALL-E. I'm smoking on that WALL-E pack, bro. It's not. It's not. The reason it's not is because, man, it's hard for me to watch a movie without dialogue. Like, to really sit there, pay attention to see every move happening going on, I can't really fucking do that. Yeah, I can't. I don't. Yeah, you're crazy, RS. You're smoking cock.
Show, don't tell
Nothing
is a fundamental rule of storytelling, and this Pixar flick takes that idea to the stars and back. After all, what its opening act accomplishes with such minimal dialogue is nothing short of jaw-dropping.
Top 15 Pixar movie? I'm going back to the video.
However, its ambition doesn't stop there. Each frame of the stunning, picturesque visuals push the limits of what animation can accomplish, especially the scenes in space. Honestly, you could play the entire movie on mute and still be enthralled. Luckily, there's an equally stellar story afoot, one that effortlessly weaves in ideas about love, consumerism, and humanity. At the end of the day, there's just no doubt about it. WALL-E is out of this world in more ways than one.
Now that Earth has been restored to a life-sustaining status, by golly, we can begin Operation Recolonize.
Number 9. Akira.
This
film's influence in bringing anime to a worldwide audience alone is worth a place in history.
A real motherfucking movie. Shout out Akira, bro.
Of course, it doesn't hurt that it's an emotional thrill ride with an unprecedented legacy. To this day, countless action and sci-fi films pay homage to its famous Akira slide shot. Not many movies, period, have a reputation like that, let alone ones that traverse borders and genres in the process. Not just that, Akira infuses its exciting action with a lot of meaning. At its core, it's an intimate exploration of the cost of power in an ever-changing world. In the process of telling that story, it just so happened to change the world a little itself. Number 8, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast being at number 8, I don't have a problem with it being on a top 20 list. Would I have it number 8 with all the animated movies I've watched in my lifetime? No. I would probably be a little bit lower on Beauty and the Beast, but I will say, from my personal experience, I rewatched it literally 2.5, 3 weeks ago. I went back and watched it, and it's still really fucking good. It is very timeless. It is a timeless movie, so I probably wouldn't have it as high as 8, but it would definitely probably be on my list for sure, though.
For all its successes, animation has always fought against the misconception that it's a lesser medium. So, it said a lot when
I fuck with Gaston as a villain. That's just me.
Beauty and the Beast was nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. After all, no other animated movie had ever achieved that feat. There were no asterisks, no footnotes. It was simply honored as one of the best, full stop.
By the way, thank you.
Top 5
saving
Disney?
my life.
Could be. Top 10 block for sure for
Even
Disney.
today, there's no denying the magic of the film. The visuals are charming, the score is unforgettable, and the message is practically timeless. But The most impressive part of Beauty and the Beast's acclaimed legacy is that it deserves every single bit of it. At this point, it really is a wonderful tale as old as time.
Yeah, it is still a very great movie to this day. Shut up, Hadia. You know how many times I said shut up, Hadia
Number
to
7,
this stream?
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles at 7, yeah, I'm 100% content with it being in the top 10. Don't mind it being in the top 10 at all. Certainly has a case of being Pixar's best movie, for sure. I personally have it number 2 for Pixar, with Elemental being number 1. I know, hot take, but I've explained it in the Discord. But yeah, I don't mind Incredibles being here at all. Well deserved, well deserved.
If everyone's super, no one is. But somehow, the Parr family continues to stand out as a downright heroic example of the genre at its best. Mostly because, beneath the spandex, it's not really about crime fighting at all. Instead, it authentically explores a midlife crisis inside a traditional nuclear family.
I think Princess and the Frog
well,
is better.
Traditional, except for the fact that they can actually go nuclear. Yeah, to put it lightly, those fight scenes are totally wicked.
That was totally wicked!
Alongside the fantastic music, nuanced character arcs, and the scene-stealing Edna mode, this film's legacy has stretched on long enough to make even Elastigirl jealous. It's safe to say that The Incredibles is more than incredible.
I don't know what will happen.
Hey, we're superheroes. What can happen?
Number 6, Fantasia. The only worthy...
Fantasia being at number 6. I think Fantasia's great. I'll let it slide.
The descriptor for this anthology
I don't know if I have it as high as
is
6 on my personal list, but
and yet, even that doesn't do
Fantasia
Disney's
is a
triumph
very
justice.
good movie.
For one, the entire piece almost solely relies on the quality of the music. Conductor Leopold Sokolsky understood the assignment, bringing an untouchable soundtrack that needs no introduction to life. Of course, the animators had to somehow match the score's beauty,
I don't mind
which
Fantasia
they miraculously did, and then some. Made up of 8 animated segments introduced in live action, the final product crackles with pure creative spirit in every single corner of every single frame.
Alright, not bad so far. Not the worst list in the world.
The film has already enjoyed over 80 years of enduring fame, and there's no reason to believe it can't make it another.
I was about to say, Land Before Time should have
number 5, Spider-Man in...
Ooh, Into the Spider-Verse at number 5? Me personally, I don't think Into the Spider-Verse is better than Across the Spider-Verse. That's just me. But I love the ambition of putting Into the Spider-Verse in the top 5 though. I don't hate it, but I think it's just the wrong Spider-Verse movie to have on here in my opinion. I think Across is better. That's just me though. But again, I respect the ambition though.
To the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales knows better than anyone that with great power comes great responsibility. So both he and the movie overall took some major leaps of faith. And by doing so, they found the man inside of Spider-Man.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Princess and the Frog is also top 5. So I don't understand.
Sure, the action's top-notch, and the animation is legit stunning. But it's really Miles' personal growth that saves the day. He's no Peter Parker, and he's no Gwen Stacy, but that's more than okay. The multiversal shenanigans prove that Miles can still become the hero he never thought he could be. His final confrontation with Kingpin works specifically because it culminates the journey of a kid who just so happened to get spider powers. That story is arguably the film's greatest strength.
You ever hear the shoulder touch?
What?
Hey.
That shit was cool. The animation
Number 4,
is so cool.
Snow White and the Seven...
I would not put Snow White at 4. Even though I'm very, very high on it more than most people, I don't think I could justify it being a top 5 animated movie of all time. I think some of y'all gotta understand, we're not just talking about Disney movies. You got Disney movies, Blue Sky movies, fucking DreamWorks, Studio Ghibli, like, so many other animation studio companies. Like, Disney ain't the only one. It ain't the end all be all for fucking sure. I'm not gonna put it 4 though. I'm not. Like I said, you also got Warner Bros. Animation. Like, bro, you got so much more. So, it's a classic. I love it. I can watch it anytime. I don't think I'd put it number 4 though. Am I mad about it being on this list though? No, but I don't think I'd put it as high as 4 though. Yeah, I'm not putting Snow White above Shrek. I'm not putting Snow White above How to Train Your Dragon. I'm not putting Snow White above Nightmare Before Christmas, with all due respect. I'm not putting Snow White above Into the Spider-Verse, with all due respect. I'm not doing that. I'm not even putting Snow White above Beauty and the Beast. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting it above Incredibles. So, yeah.
And Dwarf. It's no hyperbole to say the entire animation industry is indebted to Snow White taking a bite of that poisoned apple.
On the list. I just don't agree with it being this high at number 4.
I feel strange.
What's all the more impressive is that this movie was Disney's very first animated feature-length film ever. Not that you'd be able to tell, since the incredible hand-drawn animation and age-old fairy tale themes hold up to this day. It's simply a beautiful story that is exquisitely told with breathtaking visuals, and you can't ask for anything better than that. Disney sure didn't, using Snow White's unprecedented success to kickstart a whole generation of animated classics.
Snow White's cool though. It's cool. I ain't gonna put it
When it came to replicating this movie's impact, you could say the apple didn't fall very far from the tree. Number 3, The Lion King.
Oh, Hadia's gonna blow a gasket. Hadia is gonna blow a gasket when she sees this, yeah. Oh my god, Hadia's about to cry, bro. Hadia's about to cry. Hadia's about to blow a fucking fit, yo. Hadia, they got Lion King at number 3. How are you feeling about Lion King number 3? Hadia, how do you feel? How do you feel? Yo, Hadia, yo. She said that's wrong. I refuse. Now, my opinion, this is one of those things where I gotta see what you put at 2 and 1, because, you know, Lion King at number 3, it ain't the end of the world. It is absolutely top 3 for me, but there's not that many movies you can put above it though, and I'm not even gonna say the list of names. I'm gonna wait till I see 2 and 1, but there's not many movies you can put above that you can put above the Lion King. There's not a lot of movies you can put above it. I gotta see what you put 2 and 1, because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx nothing, but I gotta see what you put at 2 and 1. This is crazy. I agree, RS. It is the greatest Disney movie of all time.
From the moment The Lion King's stirring opening vocals begin, it's clear that audiences are in
over
for
time
something
with me
special.
upon rewatching
The
a lot
sheer
of movies,
beauty in that
I don't
number
think
alone
it's
is
super
incomparable,
definitive,
which is why it's all the more gratifying that the entire film is like that. It's obviously richly drawn, but it's also simply rich in every sense of the word.
I think it's over Shrek. Do I think it's over Shrek 2? If you ask me what would I rather watch, I would rather watch Shrek 2 over Lion King. That's just me, though, personally.
It definitely handles tragedy, humor, and personal growth with a rare mastery of the craft that make anyone say Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase, Hakuna Matata.
It's not even the best song on the soundtrack, bro. If anybody's a real Lion King watcher, you would know Just Can't Wait to Be King is the best Lion King song on the soundtrack. It's not Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata is really great though. It's just not better than Just Can't Wait to Be King. She said this is myself.
After all, there's not many films that can leave audiences both humming an upbeat tune and wiping away tears. Simba couldn't wait to be king as a child, and if you ask us, he's ascended the throne of all-time greatness.
It is in the middle
Number
of the
2,
RS.
Toy Story.
Y'all gonna get mad at me? I'm not mad at it. You can get mad all y'all want. personally, I'm not mad at it. I think Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story 1, but that's like apples and oranges, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this, I'm not mad at. Do I think Toy Story is better than Lion King? No, I would lean Lion King over Toy Story, but this is one of those movies. I'm not mad at it. There's a lot of people that could put together a super compelling case that Toy Story is over Lion King. So this, I'm personally not too angry about.
This 1995 movie didn't just reach for the stars.
I'm not mad at the
it
choice.
became one.
They're cooking
now,
right now.
There's no denying that the Toy Story 3 sequel had us in tears.
But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you.
I'm not mad at
Ever.
I personally think Toy Story 2 is better.
He'll be there for you.
A lot of people love Toy
no
Story
matter
3,
what.
but
that's largely because of the strong foundation that the franchise's first film built. Woody's debut rodeo doesn't coast on the merits of its concept. Instead, exploring the emotional implications of being left behind.
There's very few
Even
that
though
have
they're
the case
wood
to
and
be better
plastic,
than Lion
the
King,
movie
and
never treats
Toy
the
Story
toys
is
as
absolutely one of
anything
them.
less than real
Is
characters.
absolutely one of them that
By
has-
doing
that has
so,
the case.
it somehow, some way, personifies the indescribable sense of imagination. Toy Story goes to infinity and beyond, and reminds us that we'll always have a friend in Woody, Buzz, and the others.
To infinity and beyond!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Goddamn.
Number 1. Spirited Away.
Alright, you know what? They cooked on the top 2. I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie. They cooked on the top 2. Let me take a drink before motherfuckers try to kill me. That's that nice Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, no, this is not a bad 2 to have over Lion King. Spirited Away, one of the greatest, like, it is arguably the best Studio Ghibli movie, and it's just one of the greatest movies in general. That's another movie that has a very solid case of being over Lion King. Yeah, Hadi, I understand. But I'm not mad at the top 3 at all. At all. Really, genuinely not mad at the top 3. I'm not even mad about the order. Yeah, you gotta watch some Spirited Away, but yeah, no, this is truly one of the movies where it has a very, very strong case at being over Lion King. Like, this is one of those movies that can really go tit for tat with Lion King. Not even gonna lie. So
I want you to
I don't
know my
mind it.
real name. It's
I don't mind it.
Chihiro.
I don't mind it. It's a
Chihiro,
very strong number
what
one.
a pretty name.
I didn't think Studio Ghibli.
You take good
I
care
didn't
of
think
it.
Watch Mojo was gonna go that route.
There's simply nothing that
But
matches the riveting combination of
it deserves
wonder
to be
and
here,
fear
for sure.
conveyed in Hayao
For sure. I'm glad
Miyazaki's
they picked a
anime
very strong
spectacle.
number 1 movie.
The way it brilliantly
I'm not
takes
mad at it
advantage
at
of the
all.
visual medium turns it
not mad
into
at it.
less of a
This is-
film
this is
and
very
more
awesome.
of a work of art.
Yeah, no Shrek
After
2,
all,
bro,
the
like-
gorgeous visuals.
Don't worry, guys. The reason I'm reacting to it because I'm gonna upload these videos at the beginning of the week. But before I upload any of these videos, I'm gonna record my videos on my own take on what I think is my own top for these movies. So, yeah, No Land Before Time is wild. But I'm gonna do my own list. You know what I'm saying? So this will be uploaded first, and then I'm gonna make my own list. That's how this shit gonna work.
Often look like a moving, talking canvas brought to life.
My own list will
that
be its own
flawless
separate
aesthetic
video, so don't
helps
trip
the
about
fluid
that.
story communicate the coming-of-age experience in a way nothing else ever has.
Once you've met someone, you never really forget them. It just takes a while for your memories to return.
It's by and large Miyazaki's magnum opus, if not the pinnacle of the entire industry to date. Spirited Away is more than a great movie. It's a pure masterpiece, plain and simple.
Did you enjoy this video?
Yeah, I didn't hate the overall list. I thought the top 3 was very strong. Adia, you're crazy. I thought the top 3 was very strong. Personally, I didn't have a problem with the top 3, with it being Spirited Away, Toy Story, and Lion King, because those 2 movies, like I said, Lion King, one of those movies where if you got something above it, you better have a movie that you can make the most illest compelling case for. And Spirited Away and Toy Story are two movies that you can make a nice, compelling case for. It all just depends on the person you're talking to. But those two movies, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I don't agree with Shrek's placement. I don't agree with How to Train Your Dragon's placement. I don't even think Pinocchio should even be on this list. I don't think Chicken Run should be on the list. Yeah, that's just me. But with that being said, that was my reaction to the top 20 greatest animated movies of all time. If you guys really did like this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and be part of the Looniac gang, because, you know, the video you're watching right now, we're actually live. So you can actually see what I'm doing behind the scenes and all that shit, and how I'm going about it. And you get the raw and uncut version of it if you see me go live and do this shit. So how funny is that? But with that being said, if you guys don't mind, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be posting a lot more videos often, and more reactions coming to the page, much more original content coming to the page. We go live every Saturday and Sunday, so make sure y'all tune in for that. And I will see you guys on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you guys. Peace. All right. Josiah, I'm going to send you the link, because I know you do this shit too on your channel. So I'm gonna send you the link to this fucking video. And yeah, to be fair, it was made 2 years ago, but like who cares? But yeah, this shit was rough. It was, some placements was rough. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's react to, yeah, we can react to one more. Watch Mojo. Let's keep it on the topic of movies. Let's keep it on the topic of movies. Let me see. Let me see. What can we do? What do we want to do? Actually, hold on. Top 10. Let's go characters. Let's see if they have anything for characters. Alright. So this was 11 years ago. Chat. Yeah, it has Chicken Run over How to Train Your Dragon. That shit was trash. Interesting thumbnail. Alright, so this was made 11 years ago, and truth be told, when it comes to iconic, I don't even think the year matters, to be honest. So this would be 2014, right? If this was 11 years ago. So, yeah, but we're talking about iconic. So, with that being said, though, best behavior chat, we are going on intros. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. What is going on to my fellow Looniac gang? How you guys doing, man? It's your boy Lewis Knows Tunes, and if you guys are wondering, yes, we are live streaming when this video is happening. We go live every single Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to figure out a specific day where I can go live and do these reactions for you guys uncut and things like that. But nonetheless, with that jibber jabber, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you can know when I'm live or whenever I post a video. And today we are reacting to Watch Mojo's top 10 most iconic cartoon characters of all time. Now this is iconic, which means who's the most famous, what impact they've had, or whatever. That's what shit with iconic is. I don't think it should be too much of me disagreeing if they have the characters that I'm thinking of when it comes to iconic characters. I just hope they don't pull some bullshit, because I think this is one of the easiest lists of all time to make. But without further ado, let's get right into the video right now. The video was also made 11 years ago. Don't fucking troll me. Don't put the fucking Smurfs on here. Don't fucking troll me, bro.
Of billions.
Don't fucking troll me. Motherfucking Smurfs
Welcome
on here.
to
Don't do that.
WatchMojo.com, and today
Garfield
we're counting down our picks for the top 10 iconic cartoon characters of all time.
Now what are you doing?
Signing on,
Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, the cultural staple right there.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
For this list, we considered only Western
Charlie
animation,
Brown and
so our apologies to anime fans in advance. Also,
Relax
we've
on the
excluded
Smurfs,
characters that originated
Bro, we're not fucking doing Batman as a fucking cartoon.
and are
dog.
most
We're not doing that
associated with
bullshit.
comic books like Batman. With that said, grab a carrot, wish upon a star, and get ready to...
RS, that's not rigged. SpongeBob is actually fucking insane. It's not rigged.
Number
SpongeBob
10,
is like
Betty
that.
Boop.
Betty Boop, in terms of iconic cartoon characters, yes. I'm not mad at Betty Boop being on the list. This was made 11 years ago. But yeah, that shit doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't mind Betty Boop being on the list. Personally, do I think there might be better options out there? Sure, but Betty Boop being on the list, I don't mind.
Betty? Long time no see.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a classic, bro. I rewatched it the other day.
Slow since cartoons went to color, but I still got it, Eddie.
Betty Boop,
Boop, boop,
first came to
boop,
screens in animator Max Fleischer's Talk Cartoon series. But thanks to her rapidly rising popularity, she soon had her own show.
Yeah, I don't mind Betty Boop on here. I don't. Betty Boop is cool. So that means that Betty Boop is on here, motherfucker like
By
Popeye should be
representing
on
a
this
more
fucking list
sensual
and
side
shit,
of
which I
female
fuck with
cartoon
Popeye,
characters,
so if you're not on this
Betty
list,
has
we gonna
appeared
roll
in
them
some
bitches
of the
up.
era's most risque animations.
Yeah.
I'll show that
My
male
spinach
chauvinist
will whoop some
father of mine.
ass.
I'm gonna become the first woman president of the United States if it's the last thing I do.
You wouldn't see Minnie Mouse in situations like this.
Do you like your job? Well, I think if I were you, I'd go so you better come with me tonight. Have some.
Rest in peace, Auntie, gang.
Number
Rest
9,
in peace, Auntie.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Josiah. No, they put him at 9. They put him at 9. No, they put him at 9, dog. Stop lying, bro. I don't care if this was made 11 years ago, bro. This man SpongeBob is quite literally one of the most impactful, influential, fucking iconic characters of all time, bro. I don't care if it was 11 years ago, Z. SpongeBob was still sweeping the Kids' Choice Awards 11 years ago. Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. 9, bro. Alright. I gotta see the rest of the list. Because the only characters that I would put above SpongeBob in terms of iconicness would be like Daffy, Bugs, and Mickey, and Tom and Jerry at this point. I combine Tom and Jerry together because they are together. They're not just one separate entity. So yeah, I had like Bugs, Daffy, Tom and Jerry on this fucking bitch, and Mickey. That's it. Other than that, SpongeBob in the top 5 for me with iconic characters. Yes, he's over Scooby-Doo and Fred Flintstone and all that shit. He's already surpassed that shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all gotta respect Spongy. Respect Spongy.
Go SpongeBob!
He fucking fine. I'll put an egg bald bitch ass above SpongeBob.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Bringing countless laughs to kids and adults alike, this yellow sea sponge can now stand shoulder to shoulder with some of the best cartoon characters.
Brother, they got this brother
with a love of jellyfishing, fry cooking, and bursting into song.
Chat, that threw me off guard. He was not.
He's also got an unforgettable laugh and an
so
irresistible aura of positivity we can't help but
I don't
find
even think he was about to make the list. Not I would have put him on the list, but he's not what I thought Watch Mojo would put. Because SpongeBob is on my list for most iconic characters. I didn't. But to put him at 9 is crazy.
Number 8, Optimus.
No. Optimus is tough. He's not over SpongeBob. I'm sorry. He's not more iconic than SpongeBob. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I know it's crazy to say because Transformers is such a cultural icon. So is SpongeBob. So is SpongeBob. So is SpongeBob. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. 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 This is cartoon characters. This is cartoon characters. Most people nowadays that know, or even 11 years ago that know of Optimus Prime, know him based on the movies. The live action movies.
Prime. As one of the poster boys of cartoons in the 80s and 90s, Optimus Prime is the wise yet kick-ass Autobot leader that believes freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Unless a new supply of energy is found,
good, bro.
Nobody is going to win this war.
When do we start the search mission?
Soon as you're ready to launch.
This transforming truck believes in this freedom so strongly, he's willing to give his life for it while battling the evil Decepticons.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.
Good grief.
Number 7, Charlie Brown.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. 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 Charlie Brown, he not even more iconic than Snoopy. Snoopy. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. When you think of Charlie Brown, you're thinking of Snoopy. And when you're thinking of Snoopy, you ain't thinking of motherfucking Charlie Brown. You're thinking of Snoopy. Charlie Brown is not more iconic than SpongeBob fucking SquarePants. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. He not. Snoopy is more iconic. You gotta have my man Snoopy on here.
The whole trouble with you is
All
that
due
you
respect.
don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your own abilities.
Created by
Yeah,
Charles
just,
M.
I didn't
Schultz,
name it anybody.
Peanuts' bald protagonist
They just name
is
it
meek,
anybody, bro.
insecure, and unable to kick a football even if his life
SpongeBob at
depends
least
on
in
it.
the top 5. The highest I'd have him
Still,
personally in
it's
my
for
list
these
is 3.
very reasons that we can't help but root for the little guy.
That shit
Every
is
year
crazy.
I have to start
I
the
don't.
season by going over and congratulating
The
the
fuck,
other men.
this weak ass snapback he wearing, that shit don't even fit him. Fake ass Pablo from Backyard Basketball. That shit out my
Just for
face.
beating us. This year, he has to come
SpongeBob
to
is
me.
low, yeah. They put
And
him
Charlie
nine,
Brown's
dude.
since become a
They put
model
him
for
fucking
great cartoon
9.
characters everywhere.
They put this
Well,
motherfucker
he and his
9,
dog
like
Snoopy,
how?
who is an
I don't
aerospace
understand
safety
how he
mascot
9,
after
man.
all.
That weak ass hat.
Number 6, Tom and Jerry.
Okay. Tom and Jerry over SpongeBob. This was 11 years ago, so I would say no. Not yet at that time frame, 11 years ago. Now, 100% SpongeBob is... I'd take over Tom and Jerry in terms of iconicness. 11 years ago? No, not yet. Not yet. But now for sure. But now with Tom and Jerry being left out of the top 5, prediction, if your top 5 is not, no order, Bugs, Mickey, Daffy, Scooby, I'm not trying to see it. Not trying to see it. I don't even think Fred Flintstone more iconic than Tom and Jerry. You can get that shit out my face. I bet not see no Smurfs on there or anything like that. But if those 4 at least not in the top 5, there's something going on. There's something going on.
Known for their use of slapstick and screams, this furry duo has done pretty much everything you can think when it comes to cartoon violence. However, it'll almost always end with the little mouse Jerry
Leaving Tom and Jerry
outsmarting
out of
his
the top
feline
5 is
foe
crazy.
Tom with a whole
I
assortment
ain't
of
gonna
household
lie. You
weaponry.
cannot leave arguably the most iconic duo of all time out of the top 5. And their longevity it doesn't get
Without
talked
forgetting
about.
their
Even though
several
everybody knows they have
Oscar wins,
longevity,
the
it
Tom
doesn't
and
get
Jerry
talked about. They
series
have
also
quality
features
along
one
this
of the
longevity.
longest-running
They
rivalries
just
in
don't have
American
reboot
cartoon
shows,
history.
but
And goes
they
to
have
show that the
movies
world will never
expanding
tire
fucking
of cat
decades,
videos.
chat. Alright, Scooby-Doo. Cool, I'm with that. It's not over.
Number 5, Scooby-Doo.
The This
One
was
of the
11
most
years
famous
ago.
animated dogs ever,
Alright,
Scoobert
Scooby-Doo and the
Scooby-Doo,
Five,
is a
cool.
member of Mystery Inc. This group of teens, which includes Scooby-Doo's owner,
But
Shaggy
Scooby's
Rogers,
another one, though.
spends
I
their
gotta
time
see who you put
investigating
above
crimes
Scooby.
involving
Because the
supernatural
fact
monsters.
Scooby and Tom and Jerry are a little low. I mean, not a little low, but the fact Tom and Jerry out of the 5 is
What
crazy.
we love most about this Great Dane is that despite his usually cowardly
Tom and Jerry
demeanor,
over SpongeBob
the
is crazy.
canine
This was
hero
11 years
always
ago, so in
manages
the
to
time
save the
frame,
day.
I would still have Tom and Jerry over SpongeBob in 2014, but in Big 25, SpongeBob,
Besides,
I
anyone
think,
who's friends
is
with
comfortably
Batman
over
has
Tom and
got
Jerry
to
in
make
Big
the list.
25.
It's Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin? What are you doing here?
No. 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 No.
Number 4.
No. No. I'm sorry. No. 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 Fred Flintstone is not over SpongeBob. Fred Flintstone is not over Tom and Jerry. Fred Flintstone is not over Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry. No. No. All due respect, no. 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 Even 11 years, no. No. No.
Fred Flintstone.
We found out they put some bullshit like George Jetson on here or some shit.
The Flintstones dominated our screens with its blend of comedy, touching family issues, and a dinosaur-filled world. As the breadwinner,
Shout
grumpy
out Halle
husband,
Berry in
and
the Flintstone
overprotective
movie, but
father,
nah.
Fred Flintstone
I ain't
is
with
our
that
favorite
shit.
Bedrock resident.
How long did you boil this pterodactyl egg, Wilma?
Appreciate you for popping out, Hadi. I appreciate you as always, Mama.
Nothing. I
Get some
just
sleep.
wondered.
Always getting into some sort of trouble
No,
and then
I'm not
getting
putting
out of
Fred
it
above
in the most
SpongeBob,
ridiculous
respectfully,
ways.
with all due respect,
Fred's
no.
also known for his appetite, family loyalty, and booming voice.
Of course, that's it. Oh, I better get over the club and explain. Cover for me, Bonnie. Okay, Fred, and good luck.
Number 3, Homer Simpson.
No. No, 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 no. Where's Popeye? No. That means... No. No. Homer's not top 3 most iconic character of all time. No. 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 Homer's not over Tom and Jerry. Homer's not over Fred Flintstone. Homer is not over SpongeBob. Homer is not over... No. Homer's not over these fucking guys, bro. He's not over Scooby-Doo. He's not. He's not. He's not. I don't understand what the fuck. Let me take a drink, bro, before they fucking explain themselves. Man, I don't know what the fuck. This is bullshit. I think this is fucking bullshit. There's no way. So that means Homer's number 3. The top 2 is more than likely gonna be Mickey and Bugs in whatever order, which is fine. But Homer not more iconic than fucking Daffy or Popeye. No. No. No, I'm sorry, no. I just don't agree. I just don't agree. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you want to put him on the list, he could be right at 10. Be right at 10. He'd be right at 10. Other than that, fuck no, fuck that. He's not in the top 3 most iconic. Sorry, chat. He's not. He's not. Real shit.
Hello?
That brother is not.
Yes, this is the original Homer Simpson.
It's tough to single out one Simpson family member,
Nope.
since together they comprise our favorite animated family. But we decided to go with Homer for the sheer amount of laughs he's provoked over the years, though he's closely followed by Bart. Homer isn't necessarily the dad everyone wishes they had, lazy and a drunk, but boy oh boy is he entertaining.
But I fell in love with Homer Simpson. I don't want to snuggle with Max Power.
Nobody snuggles with Max Power. You strap yourself in and feel the G's.
Though he often fails, this faithful husband and father still makes us smile every time we see him.
Oh, I almost forgot. While I was at the courthouse, I
don't agree,
changed
Chad.
your name.
To what?
Chesty LaRue.
Chesty LaRue?
Just try it for
I
2
think
weeks.
Peter is
If you're
more
not completely
iconic than
satisfied,
fucking
you can be
Homer.
Busty St. Clair.
Oh, so Mickey number 2?
Number
Alright,
2,
that's fine.
Mickey Mouse.
As a Looney Tunes fanboy, I'm happy. Potentially Bugs
He's
is
the
number
face
1,
and
because I
heart
would watch
of
Mojo.
Disney.
Don't fuck this up.
From his time in black and white to his wizardly ways in Fantasia, Mickey Mouse has made his way into his own shows, various spin-off movies,
I'm
and
with
even
Mickey being
video
number
games
2.
like Kingdom Hearts.
Mickey being number 2, but leaving SpongeBob out of this top 5 at 9 is still crazy.
You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way. Here.
With fellow cartoon icons like Goofy, Pluto, and Donald Duck backing him up, Mickey will always have a special place in animation history.
We are gonna be great big heroes. What do you say, men? All for one and 2 for team.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick,
Who's the
here
honorable
are
mention?
a few honorable mentions.
Chip and Dale? Oh wait, no. Chip and... I'm drinking, chat. I'm drinking. See? Mike's hard. Fucking huge ass can. That's Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm sorry. I saw first glance, I thought... I got my eye! It got in my eye, chat. Oh, it got in my eye. Let me put it down. It got in my eye, chat. It got in my eye. Oh, it got in my eye. Oh, shit. Oh, that hurt. Oh, shit. Oh. That shit hurt. Oh. What the fuck? That hurt, bro. That shit is still stuck in my eye, bro. Bro, I fucking twisted it down, bro, and then went, boop, and then it splashed in my eye, bro. Bro, it hit me in my eye, bro. What the fuck? Alright. Fuck this list, yo. Ah, bro, this shit hurt. Fuck this list. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm not editing that out. Alvin and the Chipmunks, okay. He should have made the list. Yeah, I'm good, Hadia. Popeye should have made the list. Popeye should have made the list. He should have made the list. Sorry. I think he's more iconic than Betty Boop. No, actually, let me relax. Let me relax on my words. Betty Boop is really iconic. But I think Betty Boop... I think he's more iconic than Optimus Prime. For sure. As a cartoon character? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Y'all tweaking on the Legend Popeye to say, man. Yes, sir.
Come on, Bluto. Let's go rowing.
Olive Oil is ugly as hell. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
A whirl and a vertical climb, and once again, you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I don't know if I put them top tier iconic.
Garfield, meet Odie.
Garfield definitely got a case. Garfield definitely got a case. For sure.
Eyeballs, feet.
Shout out Garfield.
The mind control device is nearing.
Get the fuck out my face, bro. You got Stewie on here, but not Peter. Get the fuck out my face, bro. He not more iconic than fucking Peter. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all tripping now, bro. They don't even know how to make these fucking lists, bro. You tripping right now, man. Man. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Completion.
Hell
Stewie,
no.
I said no toys at the table.
Damn you, vile woman! You've impeded my work since the day I escaped from your wretched womb.
Dan, I just want you to know that I still hate Kyle more than
Cartman, I agree.
Number
He
1.
definitely is an honorable mention. Yeah, Bugs is one. Yeah, for sure. The greatest cartoon character of all time. The most recognizable cartoon character of all time. Bugs for sure got that shit in the bag. Mickey's number
Bugs
2,
Bunny.
James. Mickey's number 2.
What's up, Doc? Now I got you wabbit.
Whether he's missing that left turn at Albuquerque, munching on carrots, or dressing as a
No
woman,
Daffy
Bugs
either,
is
it is
recognized
crazy. That
and
shit is
loved by
trash.
all.
No
He's also
Daffy
got a
is
stellar
trash.
band of friends and foes, too
No
numerous
Daffy
to
is
name.
fucking
Though we
trash,
will
bro.
give a
That-
shout
that-
out to
that
Daffy
liquor really
Duck,
got a
who
vibe.
tries constantly to outwit the wascally wabbit.
Yeah, no Daffy is trash.
Duck season.
Yeah, just I'm with you, bro. The list and the list placement sucks. This shit is not that good.
With his clever ways, multiple catchphrases, and casual manner,
You think
this
Bugs
gray
over
hair doesn't
SpongeBob?
only know how to make us
Yes.
laugh,
Bugs
but
is the
also makes us think twice
greatest
about our
cartoon
next
character of all
haircut.
time. Me personally, the only motherfuckers I'm taking over SpongeBob is Bugs, Daffy, and Mickey. Everybody else is up for debate with SpongeBob. Real shit. People just don't like putting modern. Well, I can't even call SpongeBob modern because it was made in '99. And then, yeah. But people are so afraid to put something so, like, you know what I'm saying? They're afraid to put something like that in the iconic territory, but if you're looking at the Kids' Choice Awards, it dominates every year. When you look at every theatrical release it has, it literally dominates in the box office every single time. It makes some serious bread. SpongeBob, yeah, SpongeBob's lore and all, yeah, bro. SpongeBob is literally is top 5 most iconic characters of all time. At this point in SpongeBob's tenure, he absolutely is. You can show your fucking grandmother a picture of SpongeBob, and she would probably say SpongeBob. Like, it's just how it is. Those are the only 3 locks I have over SpongeBob. That I'm taking Bugs, Daffy, Mickey. That is literally it. Anybody else you are arguing, you're gonna be in an argument with over SpongeBob. Because I think SpongeBob has a case over Tom and Jerry. I think SpongeBob has a case over Daffy, Goofy, Scooby. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that. I have SpongeBob in my top 5. I think I might actually have him number 4. In terms of iconic characters, I might have him number 4.
Do you agree with our list?
The answer is no.
Yo, man, get this fucking Smurfs on my fucking face, bro.
No.
I don't need grouchy, lame ass, oh, yeah, I mean, shit, man.
Who's your favorite cartoon character? For more of your favorite videos published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Yeah. Still got it. Alright. With that being said, chat, that was the end of the video for the top 10 most iconic cartoon characters of all time. My video on that will be out later in the week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you understand whenever I post a video or whenever I go live. That's up to you guys if you want to do that, but I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace. So, chat, how we feeling, man? So, I think we did good. I think it's been a solid stream. I think it was a solid stream, chat. I think I'm going to call it a stream, though. We went almost 3 hours. I'm just looking everywhere, see. Yeah, so we went almost 3 hours. We went 2.5 hours, which is good. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 videos in there for me to edit, which is cool. With that being said, though, I love you guys. Thank you guys for making this possible. I'm going to call it a stream. So, like I said, if you're new to the stream, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the stream. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. Lewis Knows Tunes. Everything you're going to see is in my bio and on my page, so you can definitely click all of that. Instagram as well. With that being said, thank you guys. I love you guys so much.